And we're live. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Sugoi Boys. My name is Miasma, and I'm joined here, as always, by my good friends Art of Anime and J-Chip from the J-Chip Show. But tonight's a very special night because we have an honored guest, first time on here, a good friend of mine, Bobsamurai. Thank you for coming, Bob. It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me on the Sugoi Boys. I was starting to think I wasn't Sugoi enough.
Oh,
he's definitely not Sugoi enough.
Everyone here is plenty Sugoi. Everybody in chat is going to be plenty Sugoi. But what we usually do is we usually have a sort of roll call of what we've been watching. And everybody, if they for some reason have found my channel and they don't know who Bob is, which I highly doubt, please check out. He's got an awesome YouTube channel. Check out his Patreon, all of that stuff.
I'm that anime YouTuber who reviews everything else but anime right now.
And he wears awesome suits.
He just plays a shitload
Can we take a
of
moment
Lost
and
Odyssey.
appreciate? Can we take a moment and appreciate your awesome jacket you just got?
Yes, we need to. This is the Cloak of the Fire Rat from Inuyasha, which I am a fan of, even though I can't name the ending theme song.
Well, I don't think I can name any ending theme songs.
It took a month to ship from Guangzhou, China. So there's that. And then every time I asked for shipping, they basically essentially just told me to wait more. So they're like...
Well, that's what happens when you get it from China.
And I didn't realize it was from China. I just bought it on a strange link that I got from Instagram. So there you go.
Check out Alibaba or AliExpress. It's basically the same thing. You probably get it cheaper.
Oh, okay. This was KEVF.
Yeah. Basically, those sites I just mentioned is direct manufacturer.
Oh, okay. Hey, Light Lelouch. Hey, Sweet Pea.
I can't see the group chat. Let me go ahead and check it out.
Finally, half of the cast has hair. Yes, 50% of the cast.
Hey, what's up, Light? Hey, Sweet Pea.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Miasma. No matter how much hair Bob has, you still own all of the hair.
I do. I need to get rid of some hair very soon. I meant to this weekend, but I hung out with people, and it just never happened.
When I gave away my ponytail, it was actually given to him, and he made a beard out of it.
Yes, this is all his old ponytail. Even though it's a different color, I dyed his old ponytail hair.
Well, the truth is, I couldn't part with it, so I just mailed out a bag of ass hair.
Thank you for this ass hair. Top 10 sentences I never thought I'd say. Oh man,
definitely getting into the supercut.
Hey, Matoy. Is that Bob? The anime is over. Newcaster PogChamp. Yes, it's not a fake Bob. It's the real Bob, I think. But yeah, generally how we start these is we kind of go around and talk about anything we've been watching or reading or making videos about or whatever. I'll go first, I suppose, because it's also half Justin because we watched it together. We finished Happy Sugar Life, which was an interesting horror anime from last season about a teenage serial killer who is also a kidnapper. I don't know. She kidnaps a girl.
She's on the verge of being a pedophile, basically.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird, almost pedo bear stuff going on.
So it's basically business as usual for most modern anime.
Yeah, I guess it's an anime thing. However, I still kind of enjoyed it because it sort of scratched an itch that I wanted because she kills people.
It's like if Boku no Pico were to become a horror anime, it becomes widely interesting in an odd way.
Mix American Psycho, because on the outside to everybody, she has like this semi-normal life, but then in her apartment, she has this girl that she's hiding, and then she has like bodies and shit. Mix that with fucking Boku no Pico, and there you go. Except it's not. Except it's a cute pink-haired girl who works at a maid cafe.
It does sound pretty creepy.
That's a good OP. Justin can back me up on this. I think he enjoyed the show.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
We've also been
in the first episode.
There is. Not by goblins, though. Not by goblins, so it's not going to get a bunch of attention. I might watch Boku no Pico. Maybe. I think I'm the only one in here that hasn't seen Boku no Pico.
I've never seen it either.
Okay. 50% of us haven't seen it. So there you go.
J-Chip, you've seen it?
J-Chip reviewed it.
I've seen it like
man.
4 times.
J-Chip reviewed it is most important.
Art has seen it 4 times, though.
What?
Yeah.
How do you come back for seconds?
Okay, so I had to watch it once to tame my curiosity. I watched it a second time because
your erection.
Second time, people on my Discord had never seen it, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show it to you. Third time, we watched the first episode just trolling people on Rabbit, and the fourth time, I actually had to sit through editing clips of it.
Oh yeah, that does suck when you do videos because you got to rewatch it. Like I ended up watching Super Kid like 3-4 times too.
Oh,
that's a blessing, though.
Yeah, I actually have an acquired taste for Super Kid now. I could probably rewatch it, assuming that I have more unassuming victims with me.
Also with Justin, we've been going through Kar no Kyokais. We're through 5 movies now. We just watched the 5th one, which is the big one.
Just wait for the 6th one.
Paradox Spiral. The 6th one I'm not ready for. But
we'll just rip it off like a Band-Aid.
And my Nia-chan on Patreon requested me to review Angels of Death this month. So I'm still knocking that out. I'm on episode 6. And it's all right. It's sort of the anime I wanted it to be, but not. Because I think it kind of trips over itself. It tries to be this story about a girl in a house full of serial killers, except it's like way too silly and doesn't know what tone it wants to be in half the time, and she's not very interesting of a character, and if she died, I kind of wouldn't care. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Justin, you can go next. Why not?
I have not watched any anime except Durarara. Other than that, I've been watching a bunch of this stuff, and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that Freddy claw over there.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta dress for Halloween, right?
And you did see the new Halloween, which I'm jealous.
I did.
How was that? Good.
It was really good.
Yeah,
But Durarara, I only saw 1 episode, so I probably can't say it's good or bad until I watch more. But that first episode was all right.
I said this in our pregame. You have 2 pretty good fans, and then I have a poster that's looking at you right now of Durarara. So if you're going to make negative assumptions based on episode 1.
So far, Izaya is my favorite character.
That's fine. But there's a myriad of characters, so
yeah,
just you wait.
Like I told you, Izaya is like low-hanging fruit in that show.
And you're not even in Durarara times 2 yet. Then it gets even zanier.
I'm in Durarara -1.
You're in Durarara.
It's okay. He'll just call it Do-la-la-la.
Do-la-la-la.
But other than that, I've been watching Tatami Galaxy with Art and his Discord people.
Ooh. I've been meaning. I've had that on my plan to watch this for a long time.
I've already seen it, so this is my second time, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's my rewatch too. I think it's an alright show. I liked The Night Is Short, Walk On Girl better.
Okay, but you need to. Is that a follow-up film, or is it just in the same world?
They're in the same world. You don't really need to see either one of them first, but if you do watch Tatami Galaxy first, you kind of get some of the symbolism in Night Is Short better.
Okay, so I'll just do that. Because Tatami's only, 11 episodes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bob told me that it's a lot of reading.
It's a ton of reading.
And I hated that in Occultic 9, so, I can't imagine.
It's some of the fastest dialogue that I can think of.
Oh my god. Freddy Got Fingered? Yeah, we're going to talk about Freddy Got Fingered. Best horror movie. Okay, so Justin's watching Durarara. Anything else for you, Art?
I finished rewatching Revolutionary Girl Utena. I'm gonna go back and watch the movie again. Me and Justin have to get back to Food Wars. He mentioned Tommy
The
Galaxy.
second plate, specifically.
Yeah, the second plate.
You already finished the first plate.
This might be surprising, but Hunter x Hunter I've restarted.
Holy shit! I mean, I already won the race. I finished Chobits before you finished Hunter x Hunter.
But I started back at the beginning.
Oh, why? He's just a kid with a fishing pole at that point.
Because I'm watching it with somebody now, so I might actually finish it. Because me and long shows do not mix.
Kind of the same here, but for some reason I've finished Hunter x Hunter and I haven't finished Hakusho, and I like Hakusho way more.
God.
I like Hakusho way more, but for some reason I just knocked out Hunter x Hunter. I think it was because everybody was like, "You got to get to the Chimera Ant arc. You got to fucking fap to the Chimera Ant arc," and then I got there and I didn't fap. That's right, I said it. It's overrated. Okay, there you go. Everybody's gonna fucking get pissed that likes Hunter x Hunter now. Goodbye, everybody that's watching.
I'm not upset with you.
And Bobsamurai, I know he's been putting up some horror, some J-horror shit. And I'm a big fan of Audition. So we should mention. So what have you been watching?
I've been playing Dragon Age Origins. I started. Well, let me quit fucking with the mic. Excuse my language. I started playing it earlier. I don't even remember when I started playing it, but I had like 40 hours in it because I'd started several playthroughs and started back over. And maybe it was like a month and a half ago. Now I'm like 350, 60 hours in. So, and I've already beaten Dragon Age 2 twice. So I've been obsessed with that. So as soon as I finish my 7 Days of Horror, which I'm working on right now, I'm going to put out a Dragon Age video. And it's going to be a video that I make, and I never want to play the game again. So it's probably going to be like an hour-long video. But it'll be relieving. I'll probably do like a video for every one of the games because I've been totally obsessed with it. I've just been enjoying video games a lot lately because the immersion that I've been seeking from anime that I haven't been getting, I've been finding in video games. But that's it. But as far as the 7 Days of Horror goes, I got coming up The Thing for tonight, House after that, which is a crazy Japanese movie from like the 60s or 70s, Wolf Cop, one of my husband's favorites. And then we got Tetsuo Iron Man, which is one that we watched together the other week.
I forgot that I watched that. How could I forget that I watched that?
The dude had a drill dick and he murder fucked his girlfriend with it.
One movie in this collection that he just mentioned has a dick pop. The other one has a dick drill.
Hold on. A dick drill. What's the name of this? Tetsuo Iron Man?
Tetsuo Iron Man. It's an hour long. Yeah.
Okay,
his dick turns into a giant drill. It's about 2 feet long, drills through his dining table, and then his girlfriend gets the idea to try and like grind on him, but she goes a little bit too far down, and it drills straight through her stomach, kind of. You don't see it going through her stomach, but you see the blood squirting all over the place. It's one of those movies. 300 hours. James Franco didn't last that long.
With his
hands. Oh my god. Yeah, Light was there watching Tetsuo Iron Man with us. But yeah, I'm obsessed with Dragon Age Origins. I wish I really need to quit playing.
I mean, I was on a schedule of uploading 4 videos a week, and then the last week of Overwatch competitive happened. So I've been doing that instead. I wish I could say it was a better excuse.
Is BlizzCon gonna screw you up too?
No, I mean, I'm pissed at the game tonight because I've been deranking, so I don't give a fuck about BlizzCon until tomorrow morning when I change my mind, and then I give a fuck.
This is advice I'm always too lazy to keep for myself, but if you record 4 videos a week and only upload 3, then you'll always be ahead, and then every once in a while you can take off.
That's a great idea. I was ahead of myself for like a little bit, and then it stopped happening, and then I started playing games. 'Cause I'm just
that's what happened to me too.
I'm just awful with time management because I come home from work and I'm like, well, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I always tell myself, I'm like, I'm gonna do this for a little bit, and then go do this. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna make a manga video or something, and then I'm gonna do this, Well, then I make the manga video, and then I'm like, oh, I wanted to watch that anime, and then
Yeah,
I
it's
do
the
that,
same
and then I
here.
don't play the game. Or
You
it's
get
like,
too tired from work that you just want to relax.
Yeah. And then the next morning I wake up and I'm like, when I wake up, I'm like committed to doing one thing. I'm like, when I come home from work today, I'm not going to play Overwatch. I'm going to record that video about fucking Happy Sugar Life.
Yeah.
And then I get home and it's like, I'm just going to play Overwatch. And then that happens. So tonight we are talking about horror because this is going to be the last of Us that you see before Halloween on Tuesday, right? And I'm always interested in talking about horror with anime. I did a whole mini video about this because I feel like it's something that I wish came up more often and I wish was more produced.
Yeah.
Because it's something I think that we're missing. And there's very few examples of like good ones. But basically, and I think, and it's hard for me because I know, and Bob knows, and people know that like J-horror is awesome. They do it in live action films, and then there's great horror manga, which I've also brought with me here to recommend. But in anime, it's not really represented all that well. At least I don't think. But I guess I could just in terms of a recommendation. This is I'm glad Bob's here for this. I recently picked up Ibitsu.
Oh, nice.
Which is one of the creepiest manga I've ever read, and it's fucking awesome. Ibitsu is basically about this dude who goes to throw trash away, and there's this fucking weird Lolita girl. The glare is gonna be awful because it's white. There's this weird Lolita girl who's just disheveled in the garbage and sitting there with a fucking umbrella. And she basically goes and then stalks him and does some weird shit. And it covers a lot of what she's doing. It goes she watches him sleep. She breaks into his house several times. And she's fucking gross. And oh my God. It's disgusting.
Hot.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. Harry Lowe is a big fan of her. There's not a lot of fan service here, though. He doesn't fuck her. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's really fucking creepy. It made me I remember first reading this online because you couldn't get it over here for a long time. And that night I remember I was trying to go to bed and I'm like, all right, this is some fucking weird shit. Somebody might be watching me sleep, but I don't know about it, man. But yeah, that's really creepy. Another one that I recommend is, I know we've talked about Flowers of Evil here before. And from the same author, this one not as talked about, not as popular, I would say. A manga called Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi. And this is it's a vampire story, but it's not it's so much better than Western adaptations because it's of vampires. I mean, because it goes to super dark, gross levels of the kid is slowly becoming this monster. The main guy slowly becomes a vampire because he gets bit one night. It's literally the first chapter. I don't give a fuck. Not spoiler. But and then as this is happening to him, obviously he doesn't really get what's going on. And then one scene that grosses me out to this day in particular. He goes to school, right? And he can smell this shit that he is irresistible. He's just what is this really good smell? And then he's fixated on the smell, and he's walking through the halls or whatever, and he's smelling the girl's period.
Oh.
In front of him. And it's such a gross. When a manga made me do that motion, I was oh.
How did he smell it? Was she laying down on the ground, sliding across like a snail?
He could smell. He could smell. He just has a heightened. He can smell the blood from a long way away. But speaking of snails, Uzumaki is also a great
the hardcover.
I do. Uzumaki is also great. People turn into snails in this, and it has one of my favorite scenes in all of manga where the girl just says, "Yeah, sometimes people turn into snails."
Show some of the art.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
Not to be confused with that garbage Junji Ito collection anime.
Oh my God.
I mean, like weird shit happens. Like this girl, like just turns into like a snake monster.
Yeah.
Everything in here is about spirals. So you know, Junji Ito, and then I love like the cover.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. If you've never read or there's some don't watch the Junji Ito collection apparently, but Gyo has a movie that's not terrible. You can watch Gyo or read Gyo actually, and read Uzumaki because his art is fucking awesome.
There's no reason to watch anything by Junji Ito. You just read it.
Yeah.
You can watch
basically.
Gyo if you like. If you want to
Gyo's
hear
not a terrible adaptation.
you can
but-
hear the sound. It's all about hearing the sounds of the fish farts. You
Yeah.
guys don't understand. You need to hear the sounds of the fish farts.
Basically a biomachine powered by farts. And it's taken over the world.
And then I have to bring this up because Justin's here. My Frankenfran, which I haven't started reading, but Justin
Justin
Petals,
and his
to be honest.
like zombie
What is that about?
waifus.
It's,
Justin, can you explain Frankenfran? Because I can't.
Okay, so Frankenfran is about this girl who is basically Frankenstein, and she's really into dissecting people. If you're a fan of gore porn, then Frankenfran's for you.
There you go.
I'm gonna look
She's
that
not
up.
she's not a bad guy. She's not a good guy. She just does her own thing. She doesn't care if your life gets sucked. It gets like terrible after the surgery's done. She just likes to like poke people with scalpels.
My ass
So
was
that's-
slowly becoming Harry Lolly after Yamada's first
You
time.
got this really cute girl on the cover. I wonder what the art on the inside looks like.
I can.
I'm looking at it right here. Well, people on the stream can't see.
Oh, whatever this is, whatever's going on here, I'm into this. You know,
Are you sure Harry Lolly's not into that more than you?
Harry Lolly. No, Harry Lolly would be into like. Whoa, the inside. Hold on, is this like?
Okay, so the art's not as gruesome as I thought.
I have to make sure there's not actual nudity in here.
There's one
It's
manga
not-
that I've been collecting like really slowly because it's every once in a while you find volumes cheap, but it's called Arm of Cannon, and I don't even know where it is in here. Maybe. Oh yeah, hold on, I can go grab one right here. It's actually like nobody knows about it. It's one of the old Tokyo pop manga that is not in circulation anymore.
Oh, Tokyo Pop, that's a throwback there.
My husband's slowly becoming Harry Lolly after Yamada's first time. Yamada's first time is the greatest horror anime of all time.
Have you watched more than one episode of it?
I still
All right. It's not really horror. It's more like along the same vein as the action kind of monster hentai shit. But let me find a good drawing here. I've only read the first volume and it was pretty crazy, but I put it on hold. Okay, so this woman's got like half her body cut off or something.
It's always good.
Some shit, I don't know. Where's my mouse?
Oh.
I don't want to get you in trouble here showing tits.
Okay.
Let me see what else we got here. Maybe I find something else that doesn't have tits in it. I know the
Next
first
thing you know, there's
here
no
was a
more miasma.
Buddha.
Yeah.
Here's a Buddha statue eating somebody's arm.
Wow.
Nice.
That sounds like some
The covers are badass too. Look at this.
that sounds like Gantz
That's
level
awesome.
shit. That sounds
Reminds me of the Berserk DVD covers. a little
Yeah,
bit.
kinda. Let me look at volume 1. I know that's got like the craziest stuff from
If
what I've
anybody,
seen.
if anybody wants to be horrified by anime, they could watch Bleach 2016 or 2017, wherever the fuck that came out. But dude,
Bleach 2017.
Where's my snare drum, guys?
You talk about the live action movie or what?
The CG Berserk. Or did
Oh,
I say
Berserk.
Oh,
I
you
said
said
Berserk.
Bleach.
I said Bleach?
Yeah.
Yeah. You watch that too. No, they both have bees. They both have people with swords.
Oh, if we want a throwback, if you want to be horrified, there's always Pupa.
Yeah.
I have not watched Pupa, thankfully.
You're not missing much.
Yeah, leave it that way.
I do want to check out the manga though.
I Actually, so I just showed off whatever horror manga that I appreciate. I know Justin's got a stack of stuff there. What do you have horror manga that you would recommend before we? Because anime is gonna be a lot shorter for me to recommend anything. But go ahead, Justin. I know you have some stuff.
I don't really have a lot of manga to recommend. You basically just did it for me.
Oh, but, Frankenfran? He was gonna push Frankenfran.
I'm pretty sure The Ring has a manga, so go read that.
Does it?
It
probably.
might.
It probably does.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
So, does anybody else have any horror manga that they would push? Because it's
there actually is horror manga for The Ring.
Yeah, I got one or two here if I can find the names of them quick.
because for whatever reason, I feel like it's been better in manga form than ever when it gets animated, and then they kind of fuck up. And it's not like anime can be scary, but I feel like when it does it, it's fleeting. Like Yami Shibai is scary a little bit, but then it gets like old. At least for me, it gets old like really fast because it's just like the same kind of weird jump scary kind of thing.
I want to recommend Hideout. It's a really short manga. I can't remember exactly what it's about, but I reviewed it and I liked it. But it's really simple. The review is only like 2 minutes long. So I think it was only like 3 or 4, 5, 6 chapters long. Really short. It's about this guy. I think he murders somebody and then he does something with a cave on an island or something. It's got really dark art to it. And he finds somebody in the cave or whatever. I don't know. But it's pretty good.
Light says, of course horror manga is scarier. You have to read. Yeah, that makes it more horrifying. Hideout's really cool. Okay, I'll have to check out Hideout. In terms of anime, now this is a tad harder and I also feel like a lot of people just recommend the same like fucking 4 things.
It's okay. I got one manga, but it's actually only one chapter of the manga.
It's one chapter?
It's only a 4-chapter manga.
Okay.
It's called Lullabies from Hell. It's from 95. But the first chapter of it is like this Twilight Zone-esque like pseudo-biography about the author. And it just like it builds up this like tension, and then much like things like the Twilight Zone would do, asks you a question in the end and just makes you shiver.
Hey, Dave.
But only the first chapter is good. The rest of them suck.
Just read the first chapter.
Yeah.
That's it. In terms of anime, I feel like a lot of people are going to recommend like this is the same like group of things. So I'm going to go ahead and be first and say Shiki. And even then, that's like it's being really loose because Shiki is not necessarily scary. It's more, I consider just more like creepy. If you've never heard of Shiki, it's another vampire story about this really remote town. You can actually watch J Chip's review of it, which he did very recently. Very remote town. It's basically like if you ever heard of Salem's Lot by Stephen King. It's Salem's Lot with anime hair. So this town in the middle of fucking nowhere slowly gets like overtaken by these vampire-like creatures. And the most interesting thing about it is that it really starts to the line gets blurred between like which side of this battle, like who's the monster, because there's a distinct moment in the series where like the humans start to get some balls and fight back, and then they go even farther, and then they take it to a whole nother level. But you can argue, hey, they're doing this to survive. But then the vampires can say, hey, man, we're doing this to survive. Fuck you. So it's an interesting series. It's got fucking ridiculous character designs and really good music. The hair in particular is nuts. Everybody looks like they walked through it.
It's like they came out of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody's a card game anime character.
That one dude with the beard.
That beard is pretty great, and I I
It might be
appreciate
the
the
best
shadow.
beard in anime.
It is. I appreciate the shadow in your review as well, Justin.
Yeah.
I have to have my beard apparently defy gravity now. But
Just
yes,
use a shit ton of hairspray.
yeah, a shit ton of hairspray. And then it's hard. It's really hard for me to recommend other ones because it's not like you can watch a little bit of Yami Shibai, but I'm going to warn you that if you're like me, it's going to get old. But some of them are really interesting episodes.
I think it's short enough that if it does get old, you're gonna be close to finishing it anyways.
That's true. I was done really early though.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then I specifically watched like ones that people like recommended like in future seasons. But I don't know. It just wasn't. And then I really hate the animation. But it is creepy. And then I don't know. Justin, do you have a recommendation you want to talk about? I'm trying to think of spoopy anime.
Why don't we each just recommend one and take turns?
There you go.
So, recommending anime that's horror is very hard because I feel like anime doesn't like give you the immersion of like this is scary.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it really fails on that. But this isn't an anime, but it's a really good modern horror, and it's called It Follows.
Oh, I have that.
It's on Netflix. You can go check it out. It's really good. Best way I can describe it is teenage sex of the dead.
I've heard it. My friend's really into this movie.
It's on Netflix. Go watch it.
Yeah. But sort of piggybacking on what you said, I think it's very, very true that like the atmosphere is missing. Like whenever you watch what's supposed to be a horror anime, and even with Happy Sugar Life recently, I was never like I feel like when I go to see Halloween, like I'm going to be like it's going to feel kind of intense. Like when I go to watch Happy Sugar Life, and it feels weird saying that sentence, that Happy Sugar Life wasn't intense. But like I think therein lies the problem, is that here our horror film is Halloween, our horror anime is called Happy Sugar Life. But yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head there.
Yeah. It Follows also has a great atmosphere. Like, it's actually really chilling to watch late at night.
Yeah, I can imagine. Art, did you want to go next?
I mean, I'm just gonna recommend the only anime I ever recommend because it's like the only thing that is like good on horror to me, which would be Higurashi. But if you want like the ultimate encapsulation, just sit in a dark room late at night, just go watch Faces of Death.
Faces. Okay, I haven't even heard of that.
You've never heard of Faces of Death?
I have not.
It's like, it's basically a compilation of just absurd, scary videos. Supposedly. Like, there's only a few of them that stick out to me because there's like 8 movies. And in one of them, you get to see like this Asian couple cutting up a dog and serving it.
Oh! Oh, that's kind of sad.
That doesn't sound too entertaining.
It sounds... Is there any... So there's no context. This is just random clips?
Basically all
of disgusting things?
Yeah. You can see a guy trying to catch a tree and like it falls on top of him and crushes him.
So it's just crazy gore porn.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Bob, did you have a recommendation?
I've got several recommendations.
Ooh.
Am I halfway on camera here?
No, I can see you.
No, I see you fully.
Okay.
You're off to a side, but
Just had the other. There you go.
Yeah,
There
just
we
do
go.
that
Okay.
now.
All right. So, are we still like taking turns or?
Yeah, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
Okay. First of all, Pet Shop of Horrors. Has anybody here heard of that?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It's a short episodic anime. Well, the manga goes on a larger story, but the anime is more of an episodic thing because it's only a short like OVA or something. I don't know, but it's what like 4 or 6 episodes. But basically, there's this pet shop and people go rent. They'll go pick up pets from their exotic pets, but there's always these special circumstances to it that are incredibly tempting for the people who own it. And whenever they break that rule, it transforms into some sort of monster or whatever. But the rule's always something like, don't touch that red button, sort of tempting. You know, it always makes them want to do it. One of them that really stands out, I haven't seen it in years, but it's definitely one that's worth watching for Halloween. But these people, they get this daughter. They get something that basically imitates their dead daughter. And I think they're told not to feed it. And when they do feed it, it transforms into some sort of monster or something. It's pretty creepy. Let me look up Pet Shop of Horrors. Let me see how many episodes it is real quick.
That sounds really cool. It's like Gremlins.
I was literally just typing that to Cannibal in chat.
Don't feed the fucking mogwai, dude. It's interesting. And if it's that short, I should check it out.
Pet Shop of Horrors. It's got a 7.4 on Mal. It's only 4 episodes long. Definitely worth checking out.
There you go.
Especially in the sparse amount of good anime horror that we have.
I've got another one. And this is also like every time I say these, it's like almost with a grain of salt. But I'm gonna say another. The anime called Another. Not Another, different show. But it's again not specifically scary. It's more like a weird mystery thriller kind of thing going on.
It has like this creepy vibe going on with it, with like a ghost story in the background. But a lot of the horrors really just jump scary to me.
Yeah, people getting struck by lightning and shit, which is a cool scene. Couldn't
get into it because it was set in school.
Yes, if you don't want school. Also, if you watch the dub and you're not, if you're going to watch a dub and you're not a fan of Monica Rial or Greg Ayers, then you're probably not going to like the dub of Another. Or if you're a big fan of walking downstairs with your umbrella, you're not going to be a big fan of it. Oh, and a character is walking downstairs with an umbrella, and she has a death scene, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it stabs through her.
The umbrella stabs through her neck.
Oh,
she lands on it.
It's really cool.
I've only seen a few episodes.
Girl with eye patch is typically a bad sign. Hey, there's a reason for the eye patch.
Pretty much, girl in any sort of Japanese horror is a bad sign.
Yeah, for some reason, they're always popping out of TVs or... I mean, in Iron Man, it was the guy's fault, I guess.
Yeah.
That everything got fucked up.
That's true.
Everybody should watch Tetsuo Iron Man.
Hell yeah. Mike knows what's up about that.
If you're into drill sex, you'll definitely love it.
I can think of a few people that would like it.
Drill sex or the movie or both?
Both.
Okay.
We could just get Hiroyuki Imaishi to animate it for you, Miasma.
Yeah, we could. How about everything that guy does is horror? Because it's all pretty horrible looking. Says the guy, in a basement making anime videos, and he makes $1 bajillion animating things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, you could say Hellsing Ultimate, but it gets too silly.
But
I don't know. I wouldn't really call it.
It doesn't necessarily have to be scary.
Yeah.
True.
That's the same thing about Shiki too. It's not scary, but it's worth watching for other reasons.
Yeah.
But I never face palmed in Shiki. In Hellsing Ultimate, I did.
Good point.
Shiki is just people sometimes are annoying or not very interesting.
But I feel like if a show is so packed with action, it's all right to facepalm. Versus if a show's supposed to be dramatic, then doing dumb stuff really takes you out of it.
I mean, it's a good point.
I agree with that.
I wasn't a huge fan when I only saw Higurashi season 1.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
I think I told you.
Like I told you, the way it's designed is the first arc is all questions, the second one is all answers.
I didn't like the little lolly girls.
Yeah, me neither. My favorite part was when that bitch got beat upside the head with a baseball bat. I was like, all right, best part, and I'm done.
I like when she takes the knife and fucking shoves the knife
in the wall.
Fucking stabs her head.
No, I just hated the art style so much. I was glad to see one of them getting bludgeoned to death.
I would like to see it reanimated with a different studio.
How about a better dub too?
I'd like to see it reanimated as with fish instead of high school girls.
With fish.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of Higurashi was when they took the fingernails off the one girl.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
Yeah, they tied this girl down and started ripping off her fucking... They used like a device. They used like a machine, right?
Yeah, they used a torture device for it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that part was pretty cringy. There is like... There is a good amount of like anime like gore. Like I would say like Blood Sea is like the gory one of the, or I mean, I've only seen clips of like Genocyber because someone's going to mention Genocyber.
Somebody already mentioned Genocyber like 20 minutes ago.
But for me, Blood Sea is the goriest thing that I've seen, and it's not even, and it's only gory in like the last like 4 episodes. The last like 4 episodes because there's a twist in the story, and then shit gets revealed, and then all this horrible stuff happens.
If you want to talk about gore porn, there's always Corpse Party.
No, oh my god!
I don't recommend that.
Yeah, that's way off the recommended list.
What I do I don't recommend sitting through all 12 episodes of Blood Sea. I recommend just going to YouTube and typing in goriest moments of Blood Sea because it's just going to show you all of the fucking shit from the last 4 episodes that matters, and you don't need to know any context. It's just people getting ripped apart by monsters, and there's these giant bunny monsters, and the bunny monster turns his fucking skin into a pocket, and then he shoves a whole bunch of people in there, and then he turns his hand into a blender blade, and he blends them all up, and then he slurps all the people up like a smoothie.
The fuck?
Yeah, that happens in Blood Sea, but it's a vampire show.
All right. That caught my attention.
Yeah, so there's, bunny monsters.
Yeah.
But so it can do that, but again, it's just, I don't know, it's never like the tone that I want. I guess like I mentioned in my video, is like I want like a slasher. I want some fucking, doesn't even have to be a developed baddie. It could just be some fucking, The Strangers is a film that I love. None of those masked individuals have any fucking personality. They don't have any backstory. They don't have anything going for them, but they're fucking horrifying because they're following you around in your fucking house where you think it's safe, and they're going to kill you. And I just give me an anime with that. Why can't I have that?
Have you ever seen Perfect Blue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Perfect Blue is awesome, but I appreciate Perfect Blue more for its like, I guess it's the closest thing that we've come to.
I feel like if we're talking about horror elements done right, most of the time we're pretty much with anything. If you're looking for elements that are like not mainstay genre sort of things like drama or action or anything like that, it's mostly done best in anime that are not known for it. Like say for example with horror, the anime that do horror the best are not generally known as horror.
Okay. I get Japanese
art like how romance is best in anime that are not about romance, or horror is best in anime that are not trying to be horror. Because I feel like they really lack the subtlety, and if it's kind of like this side note in another series, it's part of like they just do it a little bit better because it's more subtle.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's a good point. One of the most like horrifying anime experiences that I've had just watching a certain show was in. Has everybody here seen Ghost in the Shell standalone complex?
Yeah.
So I think it's in Second Gig. There's one of the antagonists for like it's one of the episodic episodes of the standalones or whatever. They're investigating this dude that a murderer that is killing people by, and it goes to show obviously everybody's cybernetic, right? He's hacking into their cyber brains. That way they see what he sees, and he's murdering.
Oh, yeah.
He's skinning them alive, and they have to watch as he does it. He just stares at him, and I was like, "Holy fucking shit, that's nuts!"
That reminds me of, like, since Bob was saying it's best done in shows that aren't really horror. It just reminds me of when I was watching Kaiji, and I don't know how many of you guys have seen Kaiji here, but there's a point where he has to gamble his ear away, and there's a drill going into his ear the closer he gets to losing this gamble. And you're like, is it going to pierce his eardrum? What's going to happen? It gets really close, and you're just like, ugh.
Man, I got to pick that show back up.
It's like really long, right?
It's 50-something episodes.
Okay. So for me, yes. When you have the plan to watch list like me.
It's also 2 seasons, so you could split it up nicely.
That's true.
I feel like the biggest obstacle is probably just getting over that first arc.
Yeah, the first arc is kind of slow. Though at the end, there's an arc aptly named The Bog, and it's like 16 episodes of him playing pachinko.
Oh my god. So season 2 is better, I guess.
Well, that is the end of season 2. It's the last arc in season 2. It's a love it or hate it kind of arc.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess this can bring us to, like, if you have like live action that you want to recommend, because I know Justin does.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of actual films in my possession that aren't anime because I'm a weeb.
That's why this is the Sugoi Boys on Miasma Sentai.
I'm just otaku trash. So yeah. Justin, go ahead. What did you want to recommend? I'll bring up something, but like go first.
So I've been marathoning this, and this is the reason why I haven't been watching a lot of anime.
Is that Friday the 13th?
It's a shit ton of Friday the 13th movies, and a lot of them. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th.
Okay. See, I love those a lot, but they're like incredibly. I don't not like inconsistent with them. Like some of them are fucking really like face palmy, and then other ones are great. But I love like the personality of those movies. Like I love how it's just like it can be campy, it can be really creepy, and then you get to like Jason X, which is Jason X.
That just didn't happen.
I like that movie. I enjoy Jason X. I think it's fucking an interesting take. It's Jason in space.
I feel like the Friday 13th movies are, it's like, say for example, you've got a lot of these movies that they're done for really trying to accomplish different things. I feel like Friday the 13th is more like of a comedy than it is like just straight up horror. Like for example, with Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween or something, you know, Friday the 13th, it's got a lot of humor. People die in ironic ways. Like he will take the sleeping bag with him inside of it and start beating up against a tree, or he'll hang him upside down and let him cook over a fire while one guy's watching as his legs caught in a bear trap. It's got a lot of comedic stuff.
Part 6 is the best Friday the 13th because it has Alice Cooper in it, and I happen to like Alice Cooper.
Is that the one on the boat?
No, that's part 8. That's where
I can't remember.
That's where he takes me.
Friday the 13th is like all a blur to me.
Yeah, I saw him as a kid, but that was really it.
Yeah, same. I remember the Nightmare on Elm Street films a little better.
Yeah.
I feel like Nightmare on Elm Street has more of an atmosphere, but I do like the comedic side that Friday the 13th has.
I just like Jason better than Freddy. I just do.
I don't know who I like more, actually.
He's cooler looking, but I feel like I just enjoy the artistic value more with Nightmare on Elm Street because they have to do a lot of setup and stuff, like the whole entire set and the things people do with their bodies and people getting sucked into the bed and all sorts of stuff. When it comes to Friday the 13th, it's just gore and humor, like dark humor. So it's a little bit more creative.
Yeah, that one with the waterbed is gonna stick in my mind forever.
Oh man,
Johnny Depp.
I like Michael better than both of them.
I don't really-
Michael Myers is awesome.
I've only seen the first movie. And I really like it.
Yeah, I never really.
You've
got
only
into
seen the first
Halloween
Halloween?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, if you got 10 movies, then I
I'm
don't like
just
the
letting
first
you
one.
know, Halloween gets. If you don't like it, you're not going to enjoy it because each Halloween just gets worse and worse until and then the new one.
I do want to watch the new one, though. I hear the new one is a direct continuation from the first movie, and it kind of cancels out a lot of the others.
The new, like,
But
I like
another
Rob
really
Zombie's
good
one.
horror movie is Scream.
Scream's really good. Although I kind of only like the first one.
Yeah, Scream is really good.
The other ones I wasn't like as into. But the first Scream is really good.
Yeah, Wes Craven's a really good director.
Oh, Light mentioned Dead Alive. Have you guys ever heard of Dead Alive?
Yeah,
No.
It was mentioned, but I haven't seen it.
It's
You know what
like-
was a good Wes Craven movie? Dreamcatcher.
yeah.
I've seen that, but I don't remember much.
But yeah, Dead Alive is insane.
Dreamcatcher was the one where they like went to this cabin in the middle of a snowstorm and like aliens started coming out of the toilets and like eating them up from their assholes.
Oh my god.
That's how I want to die. The Pepe Le Pew of serial killers, Michael Myers.
I heard
What a-
this recently. I don't know how true it is, but Michael Myers' mask is actually
Shatner.
William Shatner's mask painted white.
It
Yeah,
is.
it is.
They just slicked it back and painted it white.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I had one more surprise for tonight. So we were lucky enough to have Bob here. And so since we have a special guest, I invited another special guest to come along. I'm gonna have to go grab him because I gotta let him in. I don't let him in my house without I gotta keep an eye on him.
Boy.
But my good friend Harry Lawley is going to join us for a couple minutes. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go grab him. And he had something that he wanted to share. He wouldn't really describe to me like what it was, but he as soon as I told him that Bob was going to come on, he's like I gotta share something with you guys.
Oh
So,
my god.
I don't really know what it is, but hold on, let me go find out. And if it gets too cringy, I'll pull him out of here. I'll go grab him.
What can we expect from this man?
Yeah, the original Dawn of the Dead is awesome.
I don't think I saw that.
You guys ever watch the original? Wasn't it called Dawn of the Dead or
Return
Day of
of
the
the
Dead or
Living
whatever?
Dead.
The black
Day
and
of
white
the
one. Yeah.
I've seen so many horror movies that they all just kind of
I mean,
like
the
melded
original,
into my brain.
the original black and white one where he had zombie ass cheeks flapping about.
Whoa,
I'm sure
guys!
Okay.
Whoa, it's great to meet everybody. What's up, everybody? Harry Lawley here. Holy shit, it's Bobsamurai. I'm such a big fan, and the Art of Anime, and the J-Chip Show. Hey, chat. Oh, my God. Whoa. Oh, my God. I haven't been this excited since I got my high school DxD Blu-ray.
Oh my god.
Oh, my God. Oh, what's up?
High school
Am I
DxD
the
is
only one here
trash.
thinking of how much that headband around his neck makes me rethink how big his neck actually is? He looks like a poodle where you put the collar on it and it feels like the neck is only about that big around, but the head's like
Okay,
that.
I think this gives us a new perspective. We need to get a leash for Harry Lawley.
Who's to say I don't already own a leash there? Come on.
He's into some S&M stuff.
Hey. Don't knock it till you try it. You know what I mean?
Like you've ever tried it, Harry.
Oh, man. I've done a lot of stuff with my Dakimakura.
Oh my god. The invisible girl.
She can never say no. Wow.
Whoa, who's on your docky?
Oh, who isn't on my daki? I have several. I don't even have a mattress at this point. I just sleep on a fucking like 12 dakimakuras. It's a great.
Oh my god.
Are they all from High School DxD?
Some of them, you know. The
rest of them are from High School of the Dead. Okay.
Yeah, you know, I got some One Piece in there. You know, I got the Tomoko from Watamote's in there. You know, but sometimes they get a little crusty. And, you know, when they get crusty, I gotta, you know, push them down.
So, Harry Lolly, when are you going to Japan?
You know, I'm really jealous of Miasma. He's a really cool dude. I gotta thank him. I can't thank him enough for letting me on his channel. You know, he said he didn't want to be seen on the camera with me at the same time, and I don't get what's up with that. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I'm really jealous. He got to go to Japan, and I didn't. And I would love Japan. You know how much Love Live stuff is over there? Tons!
Can you say hello in Japanese for me?
Konnichiwa!
Oh, I'm actually surprised.
Hachijamaste! Watashi wa Amerikaji! Don't test me! I'm Harry Lolly! Wow! Tomoko first to shake.
Hey, Harry Lolly, did you see the anime that I bought you? Did you see the anime that I bought you?
You know, I heard that you bought me an anime, but Miasma's been real secretive. He doesn't respond to my text all the time. He doesn't let me over here anymore when he's not around. I used to just come over here and sit in his house, and he had a big problem with that. I was just staring at his figures, and my hand happened to be somewhere where it didn't need to be. But is it really that bad? Come on.
Also,
did you get his figures dirty?
Listen, nobody needs to talk about the shape of the figures after I was done with them, okay? They're fine. They're perfectly fine. They came all the way from Japan. They can handle it, all right? Just take a little, you know, a wet nap, and you're all good. You're all good.
Yeah.
So, Harry Lolly, I need to ask you a personal question.
Go ahead. Fire away.
What do you think of big-eyed women?
Oh, shit. What is that?
I mean, in my women, I prefer a different body part to be bigger.
Dude, that's one hell of a target right there. I'd be aiming for that.
Harry Lolly would miss.
Nah, it's not.
Hold that eye open. Hold on, I'm almost done. Hold it open.
I'm not really into the Monster Musume kind of stuff. You know, it creeps me out a little bit. All the tentacles wrapping around. You don't know what hole they're going to be plugging up. I don't know.
I think you got a question from chat, Harry. What's your favorite horror lolly?
Hey, Q-Mark.
My favorite horror lolly. Oh, man, that is hard. You know, I've only seen posters of this anime, but that little figure from La Petite Cosette really gets my dick hard. Like, I can't tell you. I can't. If there's an anime that I haven't seen yet and I need to see, it's got to be I think it's Le Portrait La Petite Cosette, because I've only seen images of it, and I don't even know if I'd be able to handle it. I think I would just burst open at my pants seams. Like, I don't know. Thank goodness it doesn't air in theater, because that would just be embarrassing. Man, it's good to be here.
I think you need to go to the theater and watch a Love Live movie at some point.
Oh, man. I love a live movie. I have a hard time picking best girl. Everybody always asks, who's the best girl in Love Live? I love them all.
Do you know any of the songs? Can you sing for us?
You know, like Miasma, and with my favorite shows, I don't know any of the music. So I guess I'm not a real fan. He doesn't even know the ending themes of Inuyasha. And his favorite girl in Inuyasha is Sango.
So what do you think about Dance in the Vampire Bund?
Dance in the Vampire Bund is Akiyuki Shinbo's greatest work. You know, it's, if not one of the greatest anime of all time, specifically the bathtub scenes. I've never seen a bathtub scene that was so good.
Since you bring up Akiyuki Shinbo, what do you think of that toothbrush scene from Monogatari?
You know, I've only seen that scene because every time I try and watch Monogatari, I get to that scene and I pass out. And I can't handle it. It's just, I just can't handle it. My heart goes doki doki, and I just can't handle it anymore. You know,
sounds like you need to play some Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh my goodness! Talk about something I tried to play that, but my Steam account got banned for some comments I was making on Miasma stream of that game. And there she is. There's the girl from Dance the Vampire Bund. I don't remember her name. Maybe you could read the back of that DVD and tell me what her name is.
Bund.
Bund. I mean, I wish she would whisk me away to a place where only we could live, if you know what I mean.
Her name is Mina.
Mina Tepes. Mina Tepes.
Also,
great character.
Side note, don't ask me how I got this.
Yeah,
job.
I was gonna ask, but I don't want to know.
I'm jealous, to be honest. My husband
hey.
doesn't have shit in his collection in here like that.
I mean, hey, Harry Lolly, if you want it, $20.
But I heard that you bought me an anime to watch, and you gave it to miasma. What was the anime?
Bugatti HK, Yamada's first time.
Yamada's first time?
Yeah.
I've seen that over 30 dozen times. I used to watch it every night before bed. I used to, I would start my bed cycle hours before I was even ready for bed, just so I could watch the entire series.
I don't think you're thinking about the right Yamada's first time.
I couldn't even sleep.
Did you want to be Yamada's cherry boy?
Oh, I would love to be Yamada's cherry boy. She wouldn't be scared of this dick. Trust me.
The real Yamada's first time video he watches is about a salary man on Pornhub, and the video is only like 30 seconds long.
Miasma's trying to pull me away. I locked the door, but I could see him through the little window. He's trying to get back in here and take over this podcast. But I wanted to show you one thing
before you go.
Oh, well, go ahead. You have a question for me?
Before you go, you have Art beat, and I feel like you've seen Boku no Pico more times than Art.
I was born watching Boku no Pico. When I came out of my mom's womb, the doctors pushed the TV up to her vagina, and they were playing Boku no Pico, and I just that scene where they're licking the ice cream.
You okay over there, Bob?
I was born watching it. Oh man. All right. The last thing I got to show you guys one last thing. In the spirit of Halloween, how could I not show you this year's Halloween costume? I got something special, and I might wear it to Anime Boston if Miasma invites me to go this year. He never lets me in his hotel room. It's weird. But hold on, let me.
Because you're gonna tickle his pooper. This
is an anime that I actually haven't seen, but I only know of the characters, and I think you guys watched it in your Discord the other day. But Shimonetta is an anime that I'm very interested in, based upon the character designs. And there's a character, I believe she goes by the Blue Snow. And, I'm a big fan. And hold on, let me get my costume.
He's gonna put underwear on his
black light for the convention.
Oh, my God. Oh,
this is just a pair of boxers. And, I'm such a big fan of the Blue Snow. And I need to see the show first, but I think I'm just gonna
run Bob?
A tight pair of boxers on my face for Halloween this year. Luckily, my husband just had these packages of these lying around. I wanted a dirty pair, but hey, he wouldn't let me have one. Isn't he fucked up? Isn't he a shitty friend? You guys hang out with him all the time.
You can make them dirty yourself.
I could, but I tend to not wear underwear. It gets in the way, if you know what I mean.
I wish I did.
All right, guys. My husband's getting pissed at me. I'm going to have to give back his stream. It was good to see y'all. I'm going to be in a video coming up soon on his channel. I demand to be in one video every month, but we might miss this month. It might be early November. We'll see. But maybe I'll knock on your door and I'll look like this for Halloween. Wouldn't that be special? All right, guys. It's good to meet y'all. I'll be back later. See ya.
Fake fan confirmed. Oh, that was something. God. You look like you were dying over there.
Well, that Boku no Pico, I don't know. I've never seen it, so I can't really say anything.
Brought to you by Fruit of the Loom.
Oh,
it's educational.
But yeah, we need to hear more about those.
Fucking guy had my underwear on his face. Oh my god! You guys let him talk about that shit?
Hey, man.
Hey, he kind of took over the podcast.
Yeah, he
I
did.
mean, man,
We were being nice. We didn't want to say no to him.
God. I
He was
wish I'd
talking
never walked
about
by
some Shimoneta anime that he
He's
loves.
fine. He wants to wear that to Anime Boston. I haven't invited him to be in my hotel room yet, but it would make it cheaper. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, if you think about it, if you have him sleep in your car, it'll be a lot cheaper in the parking
Or we
lot.
could both just sleep in your car.
Yeah,
You could be his
Yeah.
body pillow.
Oh no, he's got plenty of those. I'm pretty sure all 4 seats of his car he's just replaced with documentaries.
Somebody sent me a picture where he was with this Armstrong body pillow. And not the sister either.
Oh, Alex Louise Armstrong.
Yeah, Alex Louise Armstrong.
All right. Well, okay. That I don't know how I could ever follow it up. Next
He
week
hugs it and says, "Choke me and tell me my muscles are inadequate."
But you got your wish, you guys. These two guys have been bothering me to have Harry Lully on the podcast, and it's something that I've wanted to avoid. But you know, it finally happened, and in the spirit of Halloween, do you want him knocking on your door like that? I don't.
This is why you
I'm just-
lock your
I'm
door
just
for
saying.
Halloween.
I'm just saying, we live out in the country. If someone like that knocks on the door, then oh boy.
Yeah, a grown bearded man wearing another grown bearded man's underwear on his face. You know, it's a tough times in America.
To be fair, you don't know it's another grown man's underwear on his face.
I know that it's my underwear. You think he would take his own?
For all I know,
Well,
he
to
could have
be
just
fair-
got it. He could have just got it from the store.
He probably doesn't bathe, and the smell would knock him out.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't.
He's probably immune to the smell.
Yeah. He
There's always
bathes so infrequently that whenever he changes his pants, it's like a snake's shedding its skin because his skin is like caked to the jeans on the inside.
When I invited him to a pool party once, and he took off his shirt, and there was like a weird sticky skin sound when he took it off. It was,
Oh my
it was
god.
kind of like a Band-Aid.
That
but then,
reminds
like-
me.
Oh, go ahead.
This dude I knew at work, he kept like this leather, he kept like a watch on. It was kind of like this. It had the metal back to it and the leather band. He kept it on for so long that when he peeled, like, you know, washing your hands and everything, your skin kind of adheres to it. When he peeled it off, his skin came with it. So he had this big round plug of skin that was missing on his arm like that. And you could see the indentation where it's like skin that was just missing there.
There you go, Bob. You
Lesson
can
of
write
the
him
day:
about
remove
that.
your watch.
Yeah. It's
Alrighty.
it always makes you wonder about the things you don't see.
Alrighty. On that note, I'd like to thank all of my guests for coming, including Harry. But Bobsamurai, J-Chip from the J-Chip Show, and Art of Anime. Please check out all of their channels and, you know, give money to all their Patreons and then give money to mine. Spread the wealth. But chat, thank you so much for coming. I hope whatever happened when I was gone was entertaining for everybody. And if you have any, feel free to recommend me any horror anime that we did. If I didn't mention it or if it didn't get mentioned here, you can always
Legend of the Overfiend.
message me on Twitter or something. Legend, yeah, we could all just watch. Let's do a live stream of Legend of the Overfiend. And
If we're gonna do that,
let's really get my account banned.
Yeah,
if we're gonna do that, we gotta watch Milk Money.
that's true too.
And Sextra Credit. It's a
Yeah.
three-parter.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen
Excuse me,
Sextra Credit
why-
like twice now. So
Why
I'll
did you
skip on
take
that.
me into the stall and sodomize me? Or...
Why did you take me into the stall and rape and sodomize me?
I don't mean to be a bird. Oh man! On that note, thank you everybody for coming, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Later, everybody.
Have fun.